Hi, welcome to a brand new live watercolor tutorial. Today we're going to be painting peonies, watercolor peonies. So let's get to it. I am going to turn my camera around now and I'm going to prop it on my tripod here so it will be kind of shaky. Hi Sarah, hi Sydney, good morning. Okay, so my outline here for these peonies is in the description of this video, so you can find that link and download my outline here and transfer onto your watercolor paper. And there's also a list of the watercolor supplies I'm going to be using, and there's also a link to reference photos that I took of my own peonies that you can use for your art for free. And yeah, so okay. Hi Joyce, hi Michelle, Sarah, Sydney, good morning everyone. Okay, so if you are going to be painting along with me, I'd love to know, let me know if you are or if you're not. What are you up to during this live stream? Okay, so I'll go over my supplies. I am using Arches cold pressed watercolor paper. This is the 9x12 block that I'm using, and it's, I can't remember if I said that it's cold press, but it's cold press. Hi Claire, how are you doing? And my brushes are the ones I always use, which are my Princeton Neptune brushes here. So I have a size 8 that I'll be using probably a lot, and my size 4. So these are both round brushes, and I will be using my size 0 round brush as well. I might use this size 1 script brush, but I'm not really sure yet. So yeah, these are my brushes I'll be using. And for my paints, I am thinking that I'll use my Vintage Pastels pan set from Art Philosophy. Although I'm not really sure yet. I think maybe the first layer I'll use the pastel colors and just see how if I like it or not. And if I want to use more intense colors, I have this green here. This is called Serpentine Green from Daniel Smith. And I also have this rhodonite. I don't know if that's how you say it, but it's kind of like a really pretty pink. So I'll just kind of see what I like, if I like the pastel colors or not. So yeah. And I also have my paints here. I have these really pretty shimmery paints from KMS Watercolor, and I can't remember if I linked her shop below, but if I didn't, I'll go ahead and link it after this live stream. But I think I might use some of these pinks and maybe this green here. Hi, Sydney. Sydney says she's currently varnishing works this morning, and then she'll be painting. And she says, if I can ever open the varnish container. Oh my goodness, I know how that can be. I have that problem with like my oil paints as well, and like my oil painting medium. Sometimes I can't ever open them. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do for this painting is we will first paint in the lightest layer. So with watercolor, you work from light to dark. So we're going to paint in like a very light pink first for these peonies, and then like a very light green for the leaves. So I think for my light pink, I think I'm just going to try out my, this pink here. I think it's called Cherry Blossom from the Vintage Pastels pan set. So I think I'm just going to try this out, see how I like it. And I'll just put some here on my palette. Okay. And I want to add a good amount of water because I want this to be very light. Hi Des, I hope you're doing well. Okay. So I'm first going to start with this flower because I am right-handed, so I want to work like this way. And if you're just joining, you can find my outline here in the description and download it. And then you can transfer it onto your watercolor paper if you'd like. And there are also photos of peonies that you can use for your artwork. Okay, so yeah, I'm just going to paint like a very light layer over all of this flower, and I can still see my pencil mark underneath. I have to admit, I am kind of nervous about this painting because peonies are hard for me. I don't know about you, but like when you look at a peony, seeing all of the petals, it's kind of scary. So when I drew out my peonies here, I didn't draw out every single petal I saw. I like omitted a lot of petals. And I think that's fine. I think it's good to not paint every single thing you see, like especially in a flower. I wanted to keep this like simple. There's still like a lot of petals, but yeah. So when you look at those reference photos, I do tell you the ones I used for these two flowers here. I tell you that in the description, or I think in my blog post. But yeah, it doesn't look exactly like the flowers in the photos because I did omit petals, and then I kind of like made them look a little different, I guess. So hopefully these peonies turn out okay. Okay, so yeah, I'll let that dry, this layer dry, and then now I'm going to paint in this one. Hannah says that she is folding laundry, and she says, watching you while I work makes me feel happy instead of punished doing chores. That is so funny. Well, I'm glad. And she says, then I'll be drawing to prepare for painting roses for your watercolor course. Yay! That makes me so happy. Yeah, let me know what you think of the rose lesson in the Discovering Watercolor class. Okay, and then Des says, they are so hard for me too. Yeah. Yeah, so I'm pretty nervous about this live stream. I really hope that these turn out okay. live streams are really fun. I love to hang out with you guys, but they are like nerve-wracking, especially when I'm painting something I'm not like super comfortable with. Whereas if I wasn't doing a live stream, if I was just filming, I could always like start over. But it's okay. We can do this. Des says, which color did you choose? So this pink here, this is from the Pastel Dreams pan set. I think it's called Cherry Blossom. Yeah, so it's like a pastel pink color. I don't know, I kind of want my peonies to be kind of like pastel looking. That's just kind of what I want to go for, or at least try to go for. I kind of want my peonies to be like not super vibrant. Okay, but yeah, of course you can use like whatever kind of pink you want. Okay, and then after this first layer dries, we will then go in and add like a darker pink and kind of build up the shadows of these peonies and like create more depth. And then the final step will be like adding details, like little details on the petals. Okay, so there's that. So now both peonies have like a very light pink. Allison, hi Allison. She says, I'm going to watch first and paint later. I am nervous to paint these. I am too. I was just talking about that. I don't know if you were here when I was talking about this, but yeah, I am quite nervous. Okay. So we need to make sure this layer is completely dry before we move on. Mine could be a little bit more dry, so I think as we wait, I'll go ahead and paint in the leaves with like a very light green. So I think maybe I'll just start out with, I don't know, let's try to mix a green here, like a pastel green. So this green here, I don't remember what it's called. But it's in the Vintage Pastels pan set, and I don't have my swatch card. I don't know where it is, but it's like the green. Now go ahead and mix it here. Okay, I think I might add a little bit of blue to it. Or maybe I'll just go ahead and add like some of this green here. So this is called Serpentine Green, and it's from Daniel Smith. I linked it in the description. So I might take some of this. Okay, I guess that's fine for now. Okay, now I'm going to take my size 8 round brush here, and I'm going to paint in the leaves. So I have 2 leaves right here. And I do want this green to be very light. we'll see how this green turns out. I might make it like a different kind of green. I'm sorry if you guys hear something. My neighbor is like, I don't know what he's doing. He's like doing something that's making a lot of noise. Okay, so I'm gonna mix some more of this green here. So it's like some of the serpentine green with the pastel-y green from Vintage Pastels. Hannah says peonies and roses. I did the roses twice so far. It's frustrating because I keep erasing too much of my sketch. I can paint perfect roses and acrylic and oils. Watercolor is a different ballgame. Oh yes. Peonies are like so much more easy for me to paint with oils. And then with watercolor, it's different. I feel like it's a lot harder. Hi, Christina. Oh my goodness. I'm so excited you're here. I'm glad that you can join us today. Sydney says, I gave up the varnish bottle. It's been 40 minutes. Time to paint. Oh no. Have you tried like a, what are those called? What am I trying to say? I want to say wrench, but that's not the right tool. I don't think it's one of those tools that clasps really hard on something and you can like use it to open things. What tool is that? I don't know why I can't think of the name right now. Okay, so those leaves are painted in, and let's see. I think I'm going to paint in these leaves too, but I kind of want them to be a different kind of green. So maybe like a darker green. I am going to take my size 4 round brush and I'm going to grab some of the serpentine green. Maybe I'll make this green kind of like a blue green. So I'm going to take some blue. This is like a purpley blue. We'll see how these pastels look. I don't know if my painting will end up being like too light colored. I don't really know. Okay. Liz says, I'm here. Yay. Hi, Liz. How are you doing? She says, finally got the painting done. I am, the planting done. I am out of seeds. So you finished your garden? That's exciting. My garden needs a lot of work right now. It's like covered in weeds already. Okay. I don't know how I feel yet about these pastel colors. Do you guys like painting with pastel colors? Or do you prefer like vibrant colors? Or like more natural looking colors? Liz says, I am not painting yet. I have to go to work early. My dad is going to Phoenix to the doctor for checkup. I'll be able to paint at work, I hope. Oh yeah, I hope you can. So Liz, will you be doing this peony tutorial then, or are you going to work on something else? I think I might add some more leaves, but first I'm just going to see like first focus on the peonies, like try and finish them, and then if I feel like I want to add more leaves, then I will. And this is also just the first layer on these leaves. I will be adding another layer. Okay. I feel like I have a leaf here somewhere. I have to look at my sketch. Okay, I do. So I'm going to paint that in now. I'm going to take some of this serpentine green and some of this pastel green. I have a lot of paint in my brush, so I'm just going to dab it on my paper towel. Okay. Cindy says, I've tried everything to open it, even asking other people to open it, but no luck. It's the Winsor & Newton Artist Gloss Varnish, and the bottle refuses to open. Darn, that sucks. I'm so sorry. I wish I could like help you. I guess you'll have to buy a new bottle. Liz says, I drew the sketch for this last night. Nice. Christina says, I like pastel colors, but when I paint, I always use bright colors. And Liz says, butterflies and t-shirt commission first, and then the peonies, or yeah, peonies. Probably not going to get to it today, but I want to paint it. Awesome. Okay, so my peonies are dry. So I'm gonna go ahead and start the next layer on these. And this time we want to mix a darker pink. So, for this darker pink, see that's the thing with these pastel colors from the vintage pastels. It's kind of like, how do I mix a darker pink? So I might have to bring in some of this. What is this called? Rhodonite pink from Daniel Smith. It's linked below. I just can't pronounce it correctly. And then I have some of this pink already on my palette, so I'm just going to kind of mix this pink here. So maybe I'll mix like this pastel pink with this pink. Okay. I want to be sure I'm mixing like a good amount. Hannah says, I like all colors, but the Woodlands pan set from Art Philosophy is my favorite set. Oh, I really need to get that one. I don't have the Woodlands set yet. It is on my wish list. Hi Lisa, I'm so excited you're here. She says, hi everyone, I wish I could paint with you all live. I'm at work on a break. I'll definitely replay and try this. Awesome. And then she says, the pastels are so pretty. Yay. Well, I'm glad that you can join us at least for a little while live. Okay, so I am going to start on this peony here, and here we go. I'm so nervous about this painting. So I'm going to have two brushes here. One is going to be like to apply paint, and then the other one is going to be to blend with some water. So, okay, my blending brush is my size 4 round brush. I might move to my size 8 round brush here, but I don't really know. And I have two 8 round brushes, in case you're wondering. So, here we go. So in between each petal, like towards the inner part of the petal, it's going to be darker and then kind of become lighter as like out towards the edge of the petal. So here is one. So we'll go ahead and paint in some paint, and then I'm taking my other brush here with some clean water. Oops, sorry guys. And blending. Like that. I don't want to blend too much. I don't want to like paint the entire petal with the darker pink because I want that lighter pink to still show, like at least on the edge. Okay. I'm reading some more of your comments. Liz says watercolor is the most difficult medium. So much brain work. It wears me out. I use the old school. Okay, I'm gonna say this wrong. I don't know how to say this brand. Grumbacher and Winsor Newton paints. I don't have any pastels unless I add water. Yes. Oh my gosh, I can totally relate. Watercolor is difficult, and oils, like, it makes me appreciate oils so much more because oils are a lot easier, at least in my opinion. Watercolor is just intimidating because you can't, like, fix your mistakes that well. And I feel like, at least compared to oils, like, I have to work faster with watercolor than oils. Oils, I can just, like, take my time. Okay, I'm going to move my paper this way. Liz says, send it to me and I can add it to my bottles I can't open collection. That is too funny. Yeah, so I'm just applying paint, taking my other brush here that has some water in it, and blending. And after this layer, I will go back in again, and I might add another layer to deepen some of these shadows. Okay, so this petal here has like a flap. So, let me think about this. So it's going to be darker towards the inner part of the petal, like all the other ones. And then right underneath the flap, also going to be a little darker. Sarah says, I already had pink mixed up for my bunny pictures. Oh yeah. Yeah, so from the poppies and the mushrooms. By the way, if you guys haven't seen the previous live tutorial, we painted cute little bunny illustrations. So here's a look at what we painted in the last one. So if you wanted to check out this tutorial after, you can. I linked it in the description of this video. So this petal here also has like a flap. So I feel like I added too much pink here. I'm going to kind of wipe some of this off. And I'm going to paint right under the flap here. It definitely needs a little bit more work, but we'll add more to it when it dries. I'm reading some more of your comments. I need someone to like sit beside me and read your comments. I don't think Jimmy would do that. It would be nice though. Claire says that she's all caught up. Awesome. And then, okay. Lisa says, that looks great. Yay. Yeah, so far I feel like my peony is looking all right. Hopefully it keeps looking all right as we go on. I guess the hardest part about painting peonies or like roses is just like drawing it all out first, like all of the petals. I feel like that's the hardest part. Once you have like all of the petals drawn out and you have them all drawn out and you made it like more simple than the actual flower. Then all you have to do is just add paint. I know I'm making it sound a lot easier than what it really is, but yeah, I just feel like drawing out the petals is the hardest part. Hi, Art So Scar. Oh my gosh, I probably said your username wrong. Hi. I hope you're doing well. Thank you so much. Glad you're here. Hannah says, so many watercolor artists blot out mistakes with paper towels. Do you ever do that, Allison? I do. Yes, I do. Or sometimes I take a clean wet brush and I dab out my mistake. That works as well. At least for me it does. I actually have a peony tutorial I did a year ago. That is also a like realistic peony tutorial, but I'm not happy with it. So I decided, you know what, I'm just going to do a new one for you guys. And I'm already liking this a lot better than my original Peony tutorial. Allison says, I like the magic eraser. I just tried it. It will get out almost any mistake. I've heard of that eraser. Maybe I should buy one. I've heard good things about that eraser. I'm reading your comments about Sydney's issue about opening her varnish jar. She's thinking about poking a hole in it. Yeah, okay. Hi, Katrina. How are you doing? I'm so glad you're here. Thank you. So far, I'm liking how my peonies are turning out. Hannah says, I ruined my last rose painting by trying to brighten it up. I kept drying so dull in color that I kept adding pinks and reds until the definition of petals disappeared. Classic overworking. Yeah, I feel like all of us watercolor artists, we do like at some point or another overwork a painting. It's so sad, but at least you're trying your rose again. Okay, so I'm mixing more of this darker pink with this pastel pink from the Vintage Pastels pan set. And then this brighter pink right here from Daniel Smith. I linked this pink color in the description of the video. Okay. Sarah says your peonies are looking beautiful. Thank you. Thank you so much. That really encourages me as I'm not very confident with flowers that have lots of petals. Okay. I feel like this pink is, I need a bit more of the pastel pink mixed in. Hi Fallon, how are you doing? She says, watching while I get ready for work. Are you done with school now? And then Katrina says, doing good, thank you. Just wanting to learn all about watercolor. Yay! If you guys, if some of you are new here to my little community on my little part of the internet, wow, that was very weird sounding. This is how lives are, and my awkwardness comes out, and I can't like go back. Anyways, I have a free watercolor class. It's for beginners, and I go over like watercolor supplies, and it also comes with a hummingbird tutorial. So I linked that in the description of the video if you are new to watercolors and you don't like, I think it's a really good class to start out with. So yeah, okay. Liz says overworking. I am going to try and color over with regular colored pencils on the piece I did to that lately. Yeah, maybe that would help. I don't know much about colored pencils. I don't have very much experience. So yeah, if you're just joining, I am laying down paint and then blending with another brush here that has clean water. And there's also a link in the description that will take you to my outline, and you can download that and transfer it onto your watercolor paper. Liz says, looking really good, Allison. Thank you. Hannah says, they do look so lovely already. You make it look easy. Aw, thanks. So, I do want to mention to you guys that I'm doing a giveaway right now. I don't know if you know yet, but it's on Instagram, but it's for both Instagram and YouTube because we reached 2,000 YouTube subscribers and 2,000 Instagram followers this month. So I decided to do a giveaway. Yeah, so that's exciting. If you want to see what I'm giving away and enter, I linked to my Instagram post, and it'll tell you all about how to enter and everything. I'm just so thankful. I'm just so thankful for all of you. A year ago, I think I had like 800 subscribers and hardly anyone watched my videos. I feel like maybe a few. I had like a few loyal people, but yeah, hardly anyone, I feel like, watched my videos. My tutorials were always like, I don't know, not that great. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just looking back a year ago, I'm just thankful for where I am now, and it's all because of you guys. I definitely did not have the community we have today. Like, I was dreaming of a day that I would have a community like this. And now we do, and now it's growing every day. So that's really exciting. Joy says, congrats, thank you. Liz says, I saw that on Instagram early this morning. Looks like a really great giveaway. Wow, I am going to have to read the rules to win. Yeah, you should. You should definitely enter. All you have to do is just be subscribed to my YouTube channel, which you are, and then follow me on Instagram, and then you just comment in the comments of my Instagram post what you enjoy seeing from me or what you want to see more of, and that's it. So it's really easy to enter. Cindy says, I love when I see small businesses that start to grow. I am very passionate about supporting small business worldwide and local businesses as well. It's heartwarming to see people come together. I totally agree with that, Cindy. Yeah, it's amazing. I really enjoy seeing people's businesses grow, especially people who do a lot of good and who helps other people. Like, it's just really cool. I feel like this peony that we're painting right now is the more challenging one than the one we'll be painting next. At least for me. Because there's like way more petals in this one. So I guess it's kind of good we're painting this one first. I always like to first paint the more challenging part of my painting so that it's like done, and then it's like a smooth ride for the rest of the painting. Hannah says, does Jimmy have a YouTube channel as well? No. No, he does not. In fact, he like hardly ever gets on social media. Like at least Facebook and Instagram. I like to think that maybe someday he would get a YouTube channel like me. I feel like that would be really fun. He's like really into music, like the fiddle and banjo and stuff. So I can definitely see him starting a channel for one of those, but I don't know. I don't know if like a YouTube channel would be something he would be interested in. Okay, so we painted the second layer on this peony. We'll let it completely dry. And now we're going to start on this one. Claire says, is that him playing in the background? Yes. I think he thinks you guys can't hear him. I wasn't sure if you guys could hear him or not. That is so funny. Okay, so this petal here, it's there's like a flap. So on the very outside, we're going to have it be like a dark pink, and then right under the flap. So yeah, I'm just laying down paint, and then I'm taking my other brush here, my blending brush with some clean water, and blending. Yeah, Jimmy, it's weird having him home. Usually he's working, but he's on furlough right now. At least just for this week. So it's kind of weird having him home. I'm like, okay, I'm going live now. Don't play your fiddle. The fiddle is like super loud. I was like, don't play unless you want people to hear you play. Okay. Oops. Hannah says, did your sister visit already? And did you film her? Oh my goodness. I did not. I totally forgot to introduce her to you guys. I'm so sorry. But yeah, she did visit, and she is going to be editing some of my course. Wow. Yeah, some of my course footage for my butterfly course. So like I kind of trained her on that, like how I edit. I'm just so excited. Just her editing my course footage will free up so much time for me to like do things things that only I can do. But I will introduce her to you guys sometime. I will be seeing her again in a week. So maybe then I'll either vlog or introduce her to you guys like on Instagram stories or something. She had a job interview yesterday. She's moving and she's a teacher, like a middle school teacher. So yeah, she had a job interview yesterday. So hopefully, she hasn't heard anything yet, but hopefully she gets it. She's applied to, I think, four schools, and she only got like one call back, which was the interview she had. So yeah, hopefully she can find a job. Okay. Hannah says, we like to hear him. Don't tell him that we can. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Claire says, sounds good. My friend's uncle is one of the only banjo makers. Wow, that's awesome. Yeah, Jimmy, his banjo is handmade. Like, it's not factory made. So I think someone like handmade it. I can't remember where he bought it. But that's really cool. It's definitely a craft for sure. Like a form of art. Fallon says, I'm doing well. I actually haven't been in school for about 8 years. Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry. I must have confused. Wow, I'm sorry. Please forgive me, Fallon. I don't know why I thought you were in school. You just turned 30 in March. How did that happen so fast? Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm turning 30 in almost a year, and I'm like, how is this happening? I feel the same way. I just, it's crazy. It's so crazy how like fast time goes by. I'm sorry, Fallon. I feel bad now. Okay. Hi, Ruthie. How are you? She says, good morning. I made it to alive. The peonies are gorgeous. Mine are about to bloom in my garden. Yay! Yeah, mine are blooming right now. I think they're like towards the end of their life. But yeah, I love this season. I love when my peonies bloom. They're one of my favorite flowers. Des says, I hope she gets the job. Thank you. Yeah, I hope she does. Fallon says, it's okay. You don't have to be sorry. Don't feel bad. Okay. I still feel kind of bad, but I'll try not to. Cindy says, these peonies look so beautiful. Thanks. They're definitely looking a lot better than I thought they would. So I would love to know from you guys what you would like for next Friday's live tutorial. would you like flowers again, or would you like an animal? One of the ideas that I have is like a blue bird, like a chubby blue bird. um, so that's an idea. Yeah, we can do a flower, an insect, anything nature related. I can put together like a more simple tutorial, one that isn't that one that is like super beginner friendly. I do have some ideas for like really easy, simple nature inspired paintings. Hannah says, I'm 54. My oldest is turning 29. That really makes you say, that really makes you say, when did that happen? Yeah, I feel like every year goes by quicker and quicker. Like the older I get, the quicker life seems to go by. Claire says, Quinn says hi. Hi, Quinn. How are you doing? Allison says, yes, a bluebird. And Liz says, my oldest just turned 40. I'm 59 in April. Yeah, time just flies by, doesn't it? Sunny says, yes, a bluebird would be nice. Maybe with some berries. Yes, yes, I love that idea, Sunny. I love that idea. Like on a branch that has berries. That would be really, really cool. I like that. I will probably plan for something like that, like a bird with berries. That's a really good idea. Allison says, my oldest is 32. And Sarah says, I am 44 years old, but people tell me I look 32. Wow. That says, I would like something more simple. Okay, so I will plan in the future, like this month, a bluebird, and then I'll also plan to do like a more simple tutorial. So yeah, okay. Those will be for the next 2 live streams. I can't believe I've been doing these live streams now, these weekly Friday live streams for 2 months. It's crazy. I feel like I just started doing them. Um, there was something else I wanted to share with you guys. What was it? Oh, I recently joined the Amazon Influencers program. So that means that I made I made an Amazon storefront where okay, sorry guys. I was saying I recently joined Amazon. Hold on. Hold on. I'm so sorry. Darn it. Okay. Please forgive me. I need to plug my phone in, but my cord is like on the opposite side of where I plug my phone in. Hold on guys, sorry. Okay, I'm sorry about that. Anyway, so I was trying to say, I now have an Amazon storefront where I can share with you like my favorite watercolor supplies and like the supplies I use and stuff. So that's exciting. And I linked that in the description of this video if you'd like to check that out. I will be adding more to it, like more art supplies and stuff, but for now I just have my favorite watercolor supplies on my storefront. So that's something exciting that happened lately. And the butterfly, the watercolor well, it's not just watercolor, but the butterfly art challenge recently ended. But some of you are still sharing butterflies, which is awesome. I've been really enjoying seeing all of your butterflies. So yeah, I'm so glad that those of you who participated participated. Oh my goodness. I'm like being really awkward right now. I apologize. I'm just so glad you guys participated. Like those of you who could. It just was really fun. Really cool to see all of your butterflies. And I feel like it like brought us closer together as a community. And I know I said this before, but I'm planning another butterfly challenge and it'll start in August. So if you want to join early, like be sure you are joined. I put the link in the description of this video. And that challenge will be a little different, but it is going to be like a lot of fun. I'm going to give away a few things. And yeah. Okay, so now we are going to add another layer to these peonies. We're just going to add like a bit more dark pink to kind of help the shadows of the petals pop a little bit more. So we'll add one more layer and then we will add detail, like some little details on the petals. Liz says, we are all young at heart. Artists never really age. I totally agree with that. Hannah says, a bluebird would be fun. Awesome. Yeah, I'm not sure if we'll do the bluebird in a week or if we'll do the easier tutorial in a week. I'll just see what happens. But either way, we will do those 2 tutorials the next 2 lives. Okay, so I'm going to mix a pink that's a little darker this time. So I'm taking my pastel-y pink here from Vintage Pastels. And then some of this darker pink. And you could also add a little bit of purple to your dark pink, or like a little bit of blue. I don't know if I want to. I don't know. Let's see. What if I add some of this purple? I guess that would be fine. I kind of like this. Okay. Fallon says, I agree, Liz. I was just going to say that we're all young at heart no matter what our age is. And yes, artists never really age. Cindy says, I'm 19, but my whole life has revolved around art. I'm in year 1 of 2 in college and took an art class. Not even related at all to my course. Sarah says, Allison, where did you get your pastel paints from? So this is the Vintage Pastels pan set from Art Philosophy. All these right here. These 2 in the middle are from Daniel Smith. So this is a pan set from Art Philosophy, and I have it linked in the description of this video. Fallon says, I love that challenge. It's the first month-long art challenge I've tried and actually finished. That is so awesome, Fallon. Yeah, that's awesome. Allison says, I did them. I didn't finish one yet, but most of them were too bad to post. Maybe next time I'll have more to post. That's okay, Allison. Oh, and she said, okay, so she said to pronounce this pink here, it's called Rhodonite pink from Daniel Smith. Thank you for that. Hi, I'm probably going to say your name wrong, but hi, Sadka, is that how I say your name? I'm glad you're here. Okay, so now we're going to paint in the next layer. I'm going to, I don't want to use as much pink paint, only a little bit. And I'm taking my other brush, which is my blending brush. I'm just going to blend this. Okay. I'm good. I hope you're doing well, Sadka. Are you following this Peony tutorial, or are you painting something else? What are you up to today? So I don't want to use too much of this purpley pink. I do want my peony to look purple, I guess. And then this flap here, it needs some color to it. I think I might paint with what I have in my brush here. And then under the flap of this petal, Sadka says, oh, I'm not painting, just watching. I haven't painted in a while. Oh, hi. Hi, Paintings by Dusan. How are you doing? He says, I remember when you just began using watercolors. Lovely painting and colors. Very pretty work, Allison. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, I think I'm going to add some here. So what are you guys up to this weekend? I will probably work on my garden a little bit because it needs some massive weeding. And I'm going to play around with my watercolor pencils that I just got. And I need to do some cleaning. I might also work on an oil painting for my grandma. Her dog passed away and she wants me to paint an oil painting of her dog. So I might start that this weekend. I keep putting it off because I guess I'm just kind of scared. I haven't really touched my oil paints for, gosh, a while. It's been too long. So I'm just kind of scared. I feel like that's holding me back from starting the painting. But I really need to start it because I was planning on starting it like weeks ago and I just haven't. So yeah, as you can see, I'm not blending too much. I kind of want to keep that watercolor texture. I don't want it to look like too smooth, if that makes sense. Hannah says to Sydney, I went to nursing school but took many art courses as a stress reliever. Art was and is my passion. Truly, I should have gone to art school. Yeah, I went to art school for like 2 years, and then I ended up transferring and changing my major because I don't know. I feel like where I went, they didn't really do a good job educating us on how to like actually make money with our art degree, like what we like our options, like what are our options when we graduate, and also like how to sell our art. We didn't learn any of that at all, and that wasn't going to be like in any future classes. It was all just painting, like nothing. I don't know. So I was just kind of like, what am I going to do? I graduate in like a year or a year and a half, and I don't know. So I was just kind of lost, and I ended up transferring and changing my major to something more practical. And yeah, I'm not even using my degree. I got a degree in hospitality and food management, thinking that maybe I would run a restaurant or like have my own restaurant. I just wish, if I could go back, I wish that I either would have stayed, but then again, I don't know. I kind of feel like I would learn a lot more on my own, and not have to pay a ton of money, because where I went was a private school and it was really expensive. So maybe if I had to like start over my college experience, I guess maybe I would instead not go to college. Like if I knew art was what I want to do, I don't think I'd go. I think instead I would invest, instead of spending thousands and thousands of dollars on art school, I would instead invest that into learning on my own and using that money to invest into artists who inspire me, like for their art courses or like coaching. And then like find a coach to help me learn about selling my art. Anyways, I'm kind of like jabbering on about this. But yeah, that's probably what I would do differently. I don't know. I don't regret not going. Wait, I don't regret going, but I would do it differently if I could. Sadka says, I recently opened my Etsy shop, so I'm working on it. That's awesome. Do you, like, are you selling paintings on there, or like what are you selling on your Etsy? I'm reading your comments. It looks like some of you went to nursing school. Allison says, I'm glad you chose to do art. It benefits all the rest of us. Aw. I am glad I chose art as well. It's something I've always been drawn to forever. Like ever and ever since I was a little girl. And it's something that always came back to me. I feel like sometimes I denied it. I'm like, no, I need to do something practical. But it always came back. And now I'm like, okay, I give in. I'm doing art. I'm going to make this work. And then Allison says, do you do coaching now? I am part of a monthly business membership. So we have monthly trainings, like all about business stuff. I've been a part of that now for almost a year and a half. And so that's like kind of like coaching. I've invested in a how to sell your art course, which was okay. I feel like I got a lot more out of like selling art and stuff through my monthly business membership than the how to sell your art course. I can't remember who does that course. I can't remember his name. His first name is Corey. That's all I remember. And I've also did a coaching call, a business coaching call. I kind of talked about it like maybe a few weeks ago, but I did it last month, and that was like amazing. It was really helpful. I don't really do any coaching for like specifically painting. I kind of just have been teaching myself, I guess, and I used to, like when I was first starting out painting again, I did I worked on tutorials, and I became a patron of some artists who I admired who like did live tutorials kind of like this. But yeah, now I'm like focusing more on the business side because that's, I feel like, what I need to work on more. Okay, so I'm now kind of jumping around. I added this dark purple basically everywhere. I kind of feel like I need to, but as I am working on like this petal here, I'm also like looking around and seeing where else do I need to work on. And I'm gonna add some up here. Okay, so now we are going to work on this peony up here, and we'll do the same exact thing. I need to mix more of that purpley color. I might just kind of drag some of this purple over here. I need more of this pink. Oh my goodness! Hannah, thank you. Thank you so much. She said she left me a super chat, which is like a paid comment. Thank you. She says put this toward the woodland pan set or another set if you'd rather. Thank you for being a blessing to me. Aww. Anna, that is so sweet of you. Thank you. Sadka says, not any paintings at the moment. I'm selling clay jewelry and charms. Awesome. So is it like polymer? Is that how you say that, clay? Polymer clay? Like clay earrings and stuff? Allison says, no, I mean, do you coach others on art? Oh, okay. I don't. Like, I guess I kind of do, like, with these tutorials, but I don't, like, actually, like, do coaching. Maybe in the future I will, like, once maybe I start to feel more confident, I guess. But yeah, not at the moment. Oh, so, those of you who are painting this peony with me, how's it going? How's it going? Are you, enjoying it? It's definitely easier for me than I thought it'd be. I thought I would have, like, a lot more trouble. Oh my goodness, you guys. Thank you, Allison. You don't have to do that. You guys don't have to leave me super chats. I do this all for you. Thank you, Allison. You've been so, you guys have been so good to me lately. So thankful. I'm feeling so thankful right now. Sadka says, oh, she uses cold porcelain for her jewelry. That's really cool. I've never heard of cold porcelain before. I think after these petals, we will go into the leaves maybe and do another layer on those. Or maybe I'll just go ahead and finish these peonies first. Like add some more detail and then go into the leaves. Yeah, Sydney says no. Okay, yeah, Sydney, she bought like 3 of my paintings, which I am just so thankful for you, Sydney. I am. The other day I was like, what? Oh my goodness. Sydney bought 3 paintings. I was very, very thankful. I plan on mailing them out today after this live video. So yeah, thank you, Sydney. She says, went a bit overboard, lol, but your paintings are really nice touch and match the theme for my studio. Aww. And she says, I've been trying to support as many small businesses as I can during these hard times. That's really nice of you. Thank you. I'm so glad those paintings are going to a really nice home. I'm sure that you'll enjoy them for years and years. I know some of you were wanting a sunflower tutorial, and I think I'll be doing a sunflower tutorial maybe next month, like in July, or yeah, probably July. So that's like a future tutorial that we will paint together. So yeah, now I'm just kind of jumping around, seeing where I need to add more. And yeah. Okay, so now I think I'm going to go back to this peony here and add some little details to the petals. So I will probably use the same pink, the same dark pink, and I'm going to take my size 0 round brush, my teeny tiny detail brush here, and take some of this purpley pink. And I think when, like, some of these petals, there's like a little slit in some of them, so I'm going to paint that in. Blend this a little bit. Like that. I don't want to add too much. I feel like I could easily like overwork this or mess up. So yeah, I'm also adding some in some areas that I want to darken up. Okay. So what has been a painting that you have painted recently? I recently finished an owl. It's called the Indian Eagle Owl. And I finished that yesterday. I'll show like some process footage of it in my upcoming vlog on Tuesday. And yeah, so far I think that's the most recent painting I've painted, at least this week. I think that's the only painting I painted this week, besides these peonies. Okay. So now I'm going to add some more detail over here on this peony. Need some more of the purpley pink. Okay, we're almost done, and then we will paint in the leaves more. You might grab some of this pink. Gonna paint in this petal up here. And then I'm cleaning my brush and just gonna kind of blend this a little bit. Okay. All right. So what do you guys think so far? Do these peonies look okay? I feel like I could spend maybe another hour on them just adding detail and stuff, but then I kind of feel like I would mess it up or like overwork it. Maybe not, but yeah, I feel like I could spend a bit more time on them. I think I'm just gonna go ahead, since we've been live now for 2 hours, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and paint in these leaves. I might also add some more leaves too. Michelle says, popping in, it's looking really good. Yay! Claire says, I have to go give Quinn food. As a 6-year-old, she eats a lot. I also have 3 teenagers, and sometimes she eats more than them. Oh my goodness. I think she's going through a growth spurt. Looks fabulous. Thank you, Claire. Allison says gorgeous. Thank you. Okay, so let's paint these leaves. I kind of want to keep, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this green. I don't know if I like it very much. So I think I'm going to mix like a new kind of green. Some of the serpentine green from Daniel Smith. Maybe I'll just kind of make them more green looking and not so pastel-y looking, I guess. Kind of like this. Okay, I am going to kind of make the leaves darker that are like right under the petals. like here and then there. And then I'm cleaning my brush, and I have some clean water in my brush. I'm just going to kind of drag this out and blend it into the dry green. I'm not like too worried about making my blending super smooth. I kind of like when my leaves look like not perfectly blended. I don't know how much detail I'm going to add to these leaves. Let me just keep them simple. Okay, now I'm going to do the same thing for these leaves right here. Bye, Claire. Bye. Sarah says, beautiful. Thank you. Hi, Hunter. She says, not even going to lie. I have, oh, okay. Maybe, I don't know if we needed to know that. Anyways, I am going to add this green. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to make this green a little darker. That is right underneath the petals. And then maybe some dark right here underneath that peony. Now I'm cleaning my brush. I'm trying to blend this a little bit into the dry. And then over here, I'm going to do the same thing for this leaf. Okay. And then I have another leaf here. I need to kind of mix more of this green. Okay, I'm going to take some of this pastel green here. Okay, I'm going to make it darker right under this peony, and then over here, the leaf is over here as well, so I'm going to make this a little darker. And then blend that dark green into the dry. Okay. Yeah, I kind of feel like I like this green a little better. And then I'm now going to paint in like another layer on these two leaves here, and I need to paint in the stem. I forgot about that. The stem is right here. Anyways, so I'm going to mix a blue gray now. Going to take this pastel blue. This is for Vintage Pastels pan set. And I'm just going to mix it right here on my palette. And I am going to take some of the serpentine green. Okay, I kind of took a little too much. Gonna take some more blue. Okay. And for these leaves here, I still want like a lot of this color to stay. I don't want to paint over all of these leaves. So I'm just going to add this color in some areas here and there, like that. Just give them some more depth to make them more interesting. Okay. And I'm going to do the same thing on this leaf here. Then I'm cleaning my brush and just blending with some water. Like that. Okay, I feel like I could paint in some more leaves somewhere. Maybe I'll paint in some like very light colored leaves, like very light leaves in the background. So let's see. I'm going to take my size 4 round brush and maybe I'll kind of make like a very light blue green. And maybe these leaves will be, I don't know. This is like the point in the live stream. After 2 hours, my brain starts to like not work. Okay. I kind of want to add some leaves here, like this. Oh wait, I do need to paint in the stems for these leaves. I'm going to do that real quick. There. Okay. So maybe these leaves will be more like round leaves. Kind of want it to go like this. Kind of like eucalyptus, I guess. Just some simple round leaves. I don't really want these to like distract too much from the peonies. Okay. Then I'm going to add a leaf like this over here, like right here, but maybe not as long, maybe kind of like a shorter one. Okay. Alright. I think I might be done. I might add some more leaves after this live stream to kind of add more to it. But yeah, I think I'm pretty happy with it. What do you guys think? What do you think of this? I am going to say goodbye, so I'm going to grab my phone here. And I'll also give you a closer look. Cindy says, I love these. They turned out amazing. Thank you. Thank you so much. I hope you guys like this tutorial. Hi. Oh, hi. Thank you. I keep looking over there because usually I have my phone the other way, but I have to look there. Okay. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this tutorial. I like it. I don't know about the leaves, but we'll see. I might add some more leaves, maybe. Yeah. I hope you guys enjoy this tutorial. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. It was a lot of fun. And I would love to see your peonies. So if you followed along with me, feel free to tag me in your Instagram posts if you're posting on Instagram, because I would love to see them. I would love to see your peonies. So I'm reading some comments on my laptop over there. Bye, Des. You're welcome, Des. Bye, Sydney. Hannah. Bye. Sarah. Allison. Sydney. Oh yeah, I already said your name. Thank you guys so much. And I will see you on Tuesday. We'll have a new studio vlog. And then again on Friday for the next live video. So thank you so much, guys, for hanging out with me. I hope you have a lovely weekend. I appreciate you. Thank you, Hannah and Allison, for the super chats. I'm so touched. Thank you. And I'll see you guys soon. Bye. Bye.